I wanted to take a minute and put some videos out and more or less interviews that were done by either Barry Morphew, Andy Mormon, Suzanne Morphew's brother, and then also the hotel worker, the neighbor, Tyson Draper. So just videos compiled in one spot. And just to hear, and these are only going to be clips. And so for each video clip that I use, I will put the link to that video in the description section. But again, I just wanted to get everything in kind of one place, and I'll probably do a part 2 as well because there's a lot more out there. But this is just what I have thus far and what has been said thus far by Barry, by the neighbor. And I'm also anxious so I don't have to interrupt throughout the this video. I've heard that the neighbor has a second interview that she done, but I cannot locate that interview. But apparently the neighbor, and this is the neighbor to Barry's property, the construction property, but apparently it's being said that the neighbor allegedly said a time, and it wasn't just like the one I'm showing where she says in the middle of the night, but she actually mentions a time, and I can't remember if that was 11 o'clock p.m. or 11:30 p.m., but nonetheless, I'm curious to listen to that interview, to watch it, and see if she does in fact state a time, because I have not seen that yet. So if you guys know, if you can just put it in the comment section for me, and I do appreciate it.
If they ask me to help, I will help. Nobody has contacted me because Andy's doing this for a publicity stunt. If anybody out here can find anything, I am all for it. I will help and be behind it 100%.
Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. We love you, we miss you, your girls need you. No questions asked. However much they want, I will do whatever it takes to get you back. Honey, I love you. I want you back so bad. Suzanne.
We opened the door, and I mean, like, the chlorine hit you, and you're like, my eyes started watering and burning, and like the towels were like super wet on the floor.
I know I said I did not want to interrupt, but I do want to point out this is Morgan Gentile, Barry's employee at one point, that's speaking here and in the next couple of clips. But what she's saying is she's saying that Barry terminated the employment with him because she was cooperating with law enforcement. Again, this is what Morgan Gentile has said, that Barry terminated employment because of her cooperation with law enforcement. But Barry, of course, is saying something completely different. He's saying that he's putting out there that she's on drugs, and again, alleged, because I have no idea, but he's saying that's the reason she's talking bad, is because of that. But let's have a listen.
And it looked like he had like made the bed before he left, but it wasn't made by a hotel clerk. Barry said that he had been up there all day, like getting the job ready for us. The work that I saw that he did up there wouldn't have taken him more than 30 minutes. So I was just like, what did you do up there? You know, like, it looked like Barry emptied out his truck bed is what it looked like all kinds of stuff that we didn't need to do a retaining wall with. Barry working that beach shop Friday evening, and Saturday when he picked me up, he had asked me to clean it up and break it out because we were going to add the bring it up to level, so that way it was a beach sand and not muck. No, it needs to be flat. And I was like, he was acting really weird about it, and I was like, Barry, like, what's up, you know? And he seemed like, I don't know, stressed. He definitely seemed weird on Saturday. I was planning to working all day that day, but we only worked till 11. And he said that he had to go make the wife happy, do some hiking or biking. And I found out like later that day that he was in town all day.
The bicycle was not ridden over the hill. It was thrown there by human hands. Suzanne would never leave her home or her daughters. There's just no way. and she's hidden way too well. A predator doesn't do that. A robber doesn't do that. This is something other than that. I didn't physically get to see the bike, but I talked to the investigators. They told me at least the wheels weren't bent, nothing was tore up on the bike, and there was no signs of a struggle. And from that moment on, I thought sure that this was foul.
What do you think happened to her and why?
Let me just say this. She's hidden too well, Phil. Her bicycle was planted there. She was never on it. I think she was abducted, and in this case, murdered.
Abducted, taken to a second location, and then ultimately murdered?
Yeah. I don't think she was taken to a second location. I think it happened at home.
So you think she was murdered and then the body was taken to a second location?
Correct.
And you think her husband is the one that did this?
Well, based on behaviors and things that have happened, yeah, I do actually. And I pray it's not.
What?
At first, the very first, I thought maybe some truck. I don't know whether anybody be parked in my driveway or something. But no, then it just kept running, and it just seemed in the same direction line that was over there. And I've been hearing those machines for quite a while, and I thought it sounded like one of them running. And then I sat up in bed, and I said, it is one of them. What's going on? This time of night, that's ridiculous, unless they had orders to move it or something. So I lay there and listened, and it kept going and going and going for about a half an hour. I finally got up to check, and as I opened the back door, it stopped. And so I thought, maybe they were just moving something or what, and so I did not at first.
There is a reward?
$210,000 reward. The bike was found at the bottom of the hill by that tree where the pink is.
Oh, really?
The first night there was a mountain lion. The officer seen it walk by the car, so we thought maybe she got attacked by a lion. We thought maybe she wrecked coming down this hill, a car coming around the corner fast, and maybe was disoriented and got in the river.
Now, if you guys haven't listened to that discussion that Barry had with Tyson Draper, again, I'm going to link put the links in the description to all of these clips that I've used. But I do highly suggest that there's just it's an interesting discussion between Barry and Tyson. So it's the Draper's Brothers YouTube channel. But again, I'll link it. But let me know what you guys think, and if anyone knows where I can find the other video of Mary Branson, the neighbor, speaking, doing that second interview, I think it was. Please write in the comments so I can have a listen to it. Thank you guys again.